Hey y'all, we're making a elote casserole today, like Mexican corn, it's like perfect side dish. So we've got a 12-ounce bag of the fire roasted corn, and then I'm gonna be adding another 12-ounce bag of just sweet corn, just so we have the two flavors going on. I think having both makes it easy for you to have a little bit of that sweet corn flavor and then a little bit of that fire roasted. Um, just gonna kind of, I don't know, quickly put it together like that. Um, and then we're going to be adding our elote ingredients. They're kind of standard for Mexican corn, which is sour cream and mayo. So I'm gonna be adding about half a cup of each. Actually, probably more like 3/4 of a cup. There we go. Of mayo, and then the same with the sour cream. And then we're going to be adding some cayenne, but not too much. This is, however much you think you need for this to be at your spice level. And then we're also going to be adding some chili powder. I'm just going to add that smoky flavor, as well as a little bit of extra heat. We're going to be adding some garlic powder to that. I never measure my garlic powder. Then a little salt and pepper. And this doesn't have any added salt yet, so just a decent amount of salt without making it too salty. And then we're gonna combine all this together. Make sure that the mayo and the sour cream get combined. Mayo and sour cream is kind of like a to-go combination, right? Like it's in a lot of dips. This is gonna be like a warm dip or like a warm corn side dish. I think this can be so good if you just have this and just some chips. But some crunchy tortilla chips would be really, really good with this. But also, just good just by itself next to like a hot dog and some salad. So once that is all combined, we're going to be adding our melty ingredients, which is queso fresco. So we're just going to be taking half of this out. We're going to use the other half later. And look, it crumbles up so good. I'm going to crumble this all over. And that's going to melt so yummy too. And then we're also going to be adding some cotija cheese. Not say it backwards. We're going to be mixing that as well, just a little bit. And then we're just going to combine this as well. Oh, that looks so good. We're just gonna lay this flat into one easy to use layer, just like that. If you think it's a little dry, you can add a little bit more extra mayo and just a little bit more sour cream. And mix that into our container. I think that's what happens when you don't have like exact measurements. You just kind of do it by eyeball it, Just do it by ear, I guess, or by eyeball. Okay. But I think I probably used like a cup of mayo, and that means that you would use like about a cup of sour cream. So we're gonna put this all in one layer, just like that. And now this is gonna go into a 350-degree oven for about half an hour. And then once that comes out and that melty cheese is gonna be super, super yummy, we're gonna add a couple more ingredients and serve. Ooh, this just came straight out of the oven, which is why I'm using a little paper towel instead of holding it up with my bare hands. We're gonna be adding just a little, like we're doing the other half of the queso fresco. Go ahead and take that out of the wrapper and crumble that up on top of that warm, melty corn elote, kind of like dip slash casserole. And the reason we're doing this like half before we bake and half after we bake is so that you have a couple different textures, you know, like don't want to just have just melty cheese when you can actually get melty cheese with a little bit of texture cheese. And add some green onions, not all of it, just enough for some crunch. And then we're gonna add some chopped cilantro. You can use fresh if you want. I think this is like a happy medium between dry and fresh. This is kind of like this isn't dry, so add as much as you'd want. If you don't like cilantro, or you're one of those people that are like, cilantro tastes like soap, just use parsley, because all you're doing is just making this look better, just for presentation. And then at the very end, just a little bit of tahini, or tagine, or however you pronounce it. Please correct me if I pronounced it incorrectly. And this is just a salt, lime, and chili blend. Gosh, doesn't that look so good? Okay, so one last stir. Not really a stir, it's more like a kind of poking to combine, because you still want to make this look pretty when you bring this out to your friends. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna just add just a little bit more tahini. And then we're gonna give this a little taste test. Come over, bottom corner. Cilantro. And look, this is more like a dip than an actual casserole that you can't cut squares out of this, but you can serve this as a side next to, I don't know, like on a Taco Tuesday night, or just next to like some chicken, because this is amazing stuff. It's hot. I just brought it out of the oven, but oh, it is sweet from the corn, it's spicy from a little bit of chili. It's a little creamy, but not overly creamy from the sour cream and mayo and the cheese. But I'll tell you what, chips. I think if you serve it with some tortilla chips, or like these kind of flavored chips, these are Doritos, you just have this as a like a TV watching snack. The chips add like a little extra crunch. I want to have one more because these are so good. Do it with like regular tortilla chips, or like with these Doritos. That's a hit. Make some at home, serve it to your friends, eat it by yourself. However you want to enjoy this elote casserole is up to you. I hope you make some at home, and thanks for watching.